Young lady, are you trying to show contempt for this court?
No, I'm doing my best to hide it.
Hollywood's golden age wasn't all glitz and glamour. Behind the cameras, the industry hid secrets darker than any movie plot. Scandals of desire, betrayal, and tragedy rocked the studios, capturing headlines and shocking the public. Some, like the Fatty Arbuckle trial, the Black Dahlia, and the murder of Sharon Tate, still haunt our imagination today. Others, equally scandalous, have been all but forgotten, until now.
We're cowboys from the mountain. Huh, from the drugstore.
Oh, come now, son, don't do the...
1. Studio-controlled pregnancies. One of the most shocking aspects of old Hollywood was how studios often controlled actresses' personal lives, especially when it came to pregnancy. If a star became pregnant at an inconvenient time, studios would quietly send her to a hospital under the pretext of a minor procedure. Famous names like Joan Crawford, Jeanette MacDonald, and Bette Davis went through such experiences to protect their careers. Tallulah Bankhead's biographer even noted she had them as routinely as some women got beauty treatments. Jean Harlow was reportedly not only required to rest, but was also discouraged from marrying the father, actor William Powell, as MGM wanted to maintain her glamorous public image. Judy Garland faced similar pressures. In 1941, at just 19, she became pregnant, but the studio and her family arranged for her to end the pregnancy to keep her in youthful roles. A few years later, the same situation happened again. 2. Death of Alfalfa. The Little Rascals was a beloved series of over 200 comedy shorts featuring dozens of child actors. One of its most memorable characters was Alfalfa, the freckle-faced boy with the signature cowlick. Carl Switzer, who played Alfalfa, faced difficulties as an adult. He struggled with alcohol, experienced marital problems, and in 1959 was tragically shot while trying to collect a $50 debt. The man responsible, Moses Stiltz, claimed self-defense and was cleared of charges. Years later, in 2000, Stiltz's stepson, Tom Corrigan, alleged that Switzer had been murdered. Corrigan said he had been willing to testify at the time, but was never called. Some rumors suggested Switzer's difficult personality may have influenced the authorities' handling of the case. His death received minimal attention in the media, as it coincided with the passing of director Cecil B. DeMille. 3. Stan Laurel's divorce. Stan Laurel is remembered as the gentle, comedic half of Laurel and Hardy, but his personal life was far more complicated. Known to drink heavily, he could be short-tempered, which became evident during his third marriage to Vera Shvalova. Their relationship was turbulent, often leading to heated arguments. Both Stan and Vera had run-ins with the law, including separate drunk driving incidents. During the divorce, there were alarming claims about threats and aggressive behavior, but many details were kept private due to a court agreement preventing Vera from speaking publicly about their marriage. After the divorce, media attention quickly shifted elsewhere, leaving much of the story behind closed doors. 4. Greystone Mansion mystery. Not all Hollywood scandals involve actors. Greystone Mansion, built in 1928 and designed by Gordon Kaufman, became a famous filming location for movies and TV shows like The Big Lebowski, There Will Be Blood, and The Prestige. Originally owned by Ned Doheny, son of oil tycoon Edward Doheny, the mansion became the center of a shocking event. Just months after moving in, Ned and his secretary, Hugh Plunkett, were found dead. The official report called it a murder, blaming Plunkett. Some questioned the ruling, but the case was quickly closed, without further investigation, reportedly to protect the family's reputation. Over the years, rumors swirled. Some suggested Ned or even his wife might have been involved, but the truth remains a Hollywood mystery. 5. MGM's diet plan for Judy Garland. Judy Garland became a Hollywood star at 17 with The Wizard of Oz, but her rise came with harsh pressures from MGM. Signed at 13, the studio quickly deemed her too heavy for stardom. She endured grueling schedules of up to 18 hours a day, and to cope, MGM provided amphetamines and barbiturates, to manage her energy and appetite. When Judy married her first husband, David Rose, at 18, he discovered her daily intake mostly consisted of soup, black coffee, and cigarettes, a strict regimen imposed by studio head Louis B. Mayer. These early pressures contributed to lifelong struggles with addiction, and Judy tragically passed away at 47 from an accidental overdose. 6. Taylor-Fisher-Reynolds love triangle. Actresses Elizabeth Taylor and Debbie Reynolds were once close friends, but in 1958, their relationship was tested when Taylor became involved with Reynolds' husband, Eddie Fisher. Fisher soon divorced Debbie and married Liz in 1959. At the time, Reynolds had just given birth to her son Todd and had a 2-year-old daughter, Carrie Fisher. The media quickly labeled Taylor a home wrecker, while Fisher's career took a hit. A couple of years later, Taylor began an affair with her Cleopatra co-star, Richard Burton. Despite the past, Taylor and Reynolds eventually reconciled. Decades later, they appeared together on screen in Taylor's final film, These Old Broads, 2001, which included playful nods to their shared history, even referencing their mutual ex, Freddie. 7. Mae West as Jane Mast. Mae West became one of Hollywood's first iconic sex symbols, known for her bold and witty persona. Even before her film debut in 1932, West had already stirred controversy through her work in theater. Writing under the pen name Jane Mast, she penned and performed plays that challenged societal norms. In 1927, her play Sex led to an obscenity charge, resulting in a $500 fine and 10 days in jail. The following year, her play The Drag also attracted legal attention. When West moved to movies, conservative groups and some newspapers criticized her daring image, claiming her style was unsuitable for the silver screen. Yet her confidence and humor would eventually make her a beloved Hollywood icon. 8. The Madams of Hollywood. Hollywood has long had a hidden side, including the world of high-profile madams. In the 1930s, Lee Francis ran the Hacienda Arms Apartments on the Sunset Strip, a brothel frequented by stars like Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy, and Errol Flynn. Law enforcement often turned a blind eye, reportedly accepting bribes to keep the business running. After Francis was arrested, Ann Forrester took over, followed by Brenda Allen in the 1940s. Allen became the city's most prominent madame, and her 1948 arrest exposed corruption within the LAPD, including ties between law enforcement and her business. The scandal led to several high-profile resignations and widespread media attention, revealing a secret side of old Hollywood life. 9. Death of Superman. Eddie Mannix, famously depicted in Hail Caesar, was a powerful figure in Hollywood's golden age. Officially, an MGM executive, but in practice a fixer who helped keep scandals from reaching the press. One of the most talked-about incidents connected to Mannix involved the tragic death of actor George Reeves, known as television's first Superman. Reeves had a long-term affair with Mannix's wife, Toni, and in 1959, he died from a gunshot at her home. While the official story was rumors swirled about possible involvement from Mannix or others close to Reeves. Decades later, Hollywood publicist Edward Losey claimed that Toni Mannix may have confessed on her deathbed to arranging the event, keeping the mystery alive. 10. Birth of the Coogan Act. Hollywood has a long history of exploiting child actors, often by the very people meant to protect them, their parents. Many young stars saw their earnings spent without consent, including Macaulay Culkin, Gary Coleman, and Shirley Temple. But the case of Jackie Coogan stands out. Famous as the original Uncle Fester, Coogan earned millions as a child. By the time he turned 21, nearly all of his $4 million fortune was gone, spent by his mother and stepfather. When confronted, his mother claimed the money was hers. Coogan took legal action and won a partial settlement of $125,000. His case sparked public outcry and led to the creation of the California Child Actors Bill, better known as the Coogan Act, which safeguards the earnings of child performers to this day. Thanks for watching. If you loved these shocking Hollywood stories, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more hidden tales from Tinseltown.